Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings with a hand-over-hand method, and then I paint the rest. So I haven't made a birthday hat or anything in quite some time. So I was just sitting here thinking about that and thought, well, we will make a hat. So that's what we're doing. And getting the rough edges in here, and then we'll go back and fix it. I feel like I'm in the daze today. Owen finally slept last night, which was much needed for both of us. And I didn't sleep very well. I mean, I slept okay, but nothing fabulous. And he hadn't slept in basically a week's, 2 weeks, I don't know, it's all blending together, time. And so I was overjoyed that he actually slept through the night, because when he doesn't sleep, he wakes me up numerous times, so, or I stay up all night depending on what is happening, or most of the night, I should say. So it goes through cycles where I not only am not sleeping on my schedule, I'm not sleeping on his schedule. So it's hard because my wake-up times and his wake-up times are completely different. So it just kind of adds to all the moments in time, you see. I think I lost a brush. But thankfully, he slept. And I'm just praying. He had a lot on his mind when he went to bed tonight. But he fell asleep very quickly. I wish I didn't shake, or I wish I used a tool or something that would help me draw lines when I'm shaky, because sometimes I want things very specific, and that doesn't happen because I'm shaky, or it's something's happening. So but it's just paint, it's okay. And I know there's tricks and things of how to do stuff, but I still just do what I do. So trying to decide if I'm gonna put what I call confetti or sprinkles. And what that does is like I put like extra paint on my paintbrush and then I hit the paintbrush to spread it out on the canvas. But I probably am not going to do that. I'm probably just going to do this, and then you'll see in a few minutes I'll do the little spirals. And then I'm going to put I think a little ladybug down in the hat, a tiny, tiny ladybug. If I don't drop paint someplace, then I probably won't put the sprinkles. So we'll see. If I drop paint, then we might have sprinkles. But depends on where I would drop it. So we went to church today because Owen slept. So that was great. I was very thrilled with that. We've had several busy days, and he was happy he got to go to church. And then we came home, and he was very hyper, very anxious about tomorrow. They have what's the Special Olympics, and he would get to participate in some different events and things, but he does not want to go. And I think maybe it's too much for him, like too overwhelming or something. I don't know. But he doesn't want to go on any field trips or anything lately. And that's his choice to me. Oops, I did not want that. I put the red on there and I didn't want that yet. I think he would have fun being with his friends and his teacher and everybody there. But maybe the noise levels, maybe he gets too hot. I mean, there's 1,000 guesses. And this year he was able to tell me that he doesn't want to go. So maybe by next year he'll be able to tell me the reason he doesn't want to go is because of XYZ. Or maybe next year, he said earlier, he never gets to see his best friend because they're in different grades, and he's still at his old school, Owen's old school, or I'm assuming he's still at his old school. So I'm hoping that come next year that he'll actually get to see him. And Owen said that if his friend went next year, that he would go possibly to the Special Olympics. So, like I said, he's at the age now and maturity level that he can tell me why he doesn't want to go, or tell me that he doesn't want to go. But hopefully maybe next year he'll tell me why he doesn't want to go. But like I said, I'm glad that he was able to express that he doesn't want to go. We've tried to go to some other like sporting type things, like we signed him up for soccer, and he it was more about like they didn't necessarily play a game, they just did different exercises. Well, he would have rather just been on the laying on the field than doing absolutely anything else. And again, to me, that's completely his choice. I mean, like, if he doesn't want to, if he does not want to be in soccer, baseball, any of those things, I would rather him be able to tell me than him go and have a horrible time. Because he would just lay down on the field when we go. And so I didn't sign him back up for any of the events like that. Because, like I said, I don't want him. I want him to have fun with it. I don't want him to go because he, feels like he has to go or anything like that. So hopefully, like I said, in a few years or next year, he'll be able to explain why he didn't want to go. And he may get to school tomorrow. He knows his teacher's not going to be there, or his teacher is going to the field, and so he loves being with his teacher. So for him to stay back at school when he knows she's not going to be there, that's a pretty big tell of something, some reason he does not want to go to the field. And he even pulled it up on Google Earth, the field that they go to, and told me that he was a big boy, and that he didn't have to go to that field if he didn't want to. And I told him he was correct. If he didn't want to go, he didn't have to go. So maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to tell us next year. And maybe, even by the next couple days, he'll figure out how to explain it. But for now, unless he goes to school tomorrow and changes his mind, he is not going. So they'll stay back at the school for those that aren't going. And I'm not sure if he's the only one or if there's going to be more. So it'll be interesting. But all right. I keep seeing little spots that I feel like need more little spots. All right. O for Owen. And then L. And B. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.